Okay, so here we have quite possibly my favorite category of toys, because these are toys that I can use for both speech and language. So for sensory toys, I like to pick toys that are going to be fun, interesting, interactive. So these are going to be things like wind-up toys, toys that you can feel strange, that you can touch, pull, toys that are going to be odd looking for the child. You know, we do Itsy Bitsy Spider with this. I have a smaller version of this, so we do big and little with this as well. Toys that make funny noises. So just things like that. Instruments. We also have toys that have strange texture, so things like silly putty. It's going to be a lot of fun. Play-Doh, of course, you can't be a speech therapist and not have Play-Doh. Play-Doh is life. And we also have things like Slinkies. Again, all of these toys are very interactive, and the reason why I love these toys is because they get the child's attention. So you can do so much with something as simple as a Slinky. You can put things in it. You know, the fox is in the Slinky. Oh my gosh. You can pull the Slinky. You can do all kinds of things. You can use little puppets, finger puppets. They're always fun. I love these types of toys that you can manipulate as well. You can pull on them, they transform. And of course, I love things that squish. I have big ones. I think I have ones that pop. I have little squishies. And then again, to make it more fun, you know, I put all kinds. I always have an egg or a basket full of eggs with me, put things in. You can pop, you can open. So all of those are pop, open, words that have the front sounds. And even something as simple as this, you know, you have a little, this is actually a dog toy, and the squirrel can go in, it comes out, it can go on, under, so you can do all kinds of language things with these toys. Course, if you have a child, you know baby shark. So here we have a squishy shark, and kids love this. And last but not least, we have toys that light up. So this is a bouncing toy that lights up. A lot of times I'll turn off the lights and we do on and off. We do lights, we do wow. There's a lot of vocabulary that you can target with these interactive toys. You know, you can pull on them. And oh, and I almost forgot, let's not forget bubbles. Bubbles are great because kids love them. And you can target, you know, you can do pop and bubble. That's really kid appropriate vocabulary. And of course, you can take turns blowing, and that's good for oral motor as well. So these are all the different sensory toys that I use. And of course, let's not forget the instruments. I know that some parents see instruments and all they can think about is the noise, but instruments are great for stimulation and discovery for children. So I highly encourage you to get some instruments and play instruments with your child. These are instruments that bang. You can also get instruments that you blow on, and that can also help with oral motor and lip strengthening. So these are all the kinds of toys that I use. I usually keep these in a box, and we do all kinds of games. I hide them under the table, under the chair, and they have to find them. So you can do all kinds of things with these sensory toys. And what's great about them really is that it's very simple toys, very cheap toys, but they're interesting toys. So a lot of times, even the older kids, even if you purchase this for, you know, these are going to be really interesting for a baby, but even the older kids, I mean, I have 6-year-olds that love to use these sensory toys, you know, and even older kids. So definitely have these around for your speech therapy time at home. So like before, I pulled some of the toys that I really love using, and I want to show you some tricks that you can do at home for therapy. Well, one of the toys that I like the most are these squish toys. You can actually buy squishy toys in bulk on Amazon, or you can just go to your local store. I got this from the dollar section at Target, and these two. And these are toys that represent real objects. I love these types of toys that represent real things, but that you can squish them. And this is really stimulating. And again, you can use this with babies. It's safe for babies to be able to hold this, and you can work on all kinds of different things. So for speech, you know, this is a kiwi. So again, these are that's one of our back sounds, and you can target the k in kiwi, and then when the child does it, you can give it to them, and they can squeeze it, manipulate it, and they can go, whoa, kiwi. So this is something that you can use. You can even level it up and give them a real kiwi so that they can taste it. Kiwi has a strong flavor, so that's going to leave an impression, and that's going to be great for the child's vocabulary and language acquisition. And of course, another great thing about these little toys, because you can squeeze them and manipulate them because they represent real objects, it's easier for the child to understand. Now, the other toy that I pulled is the egg, in order to make this more fun, because yes, they get to manipulate it, but sometimes if you just hand them a bucket full of toys, that's not going to be fun. So what I do is that I keep all of these nice little sensory toys away, and I pick one, I put it in, and then we open or pop, and as soon as it comes out, I bring it to my mouth, say the word ice cream, and then give it to the child so they can manipulate it while they're playing with it, and we're both interacting, saying ice cream, yummy, and the child is playing with it, and then I take that opportunity to pop another toy in, and then we'll once they're done, I'll pull that one away and give them the egg in exchange for another toy. Because obviously with a lot of children, if you take something away, they're going to start crying, and we don't want that. These little puppets are great. You can do pretend play with these as well, but they are great for stimulation because you get to put them in your fingers. So a lot of kids like that. I also like things that squeeze and have things that pop out. There's another toy that I use that I didn't bring with me, that has a little ball, and when you squeeze it, the little ball pops out. I love that one too, actually. And then again, the egg. I do so many things with these eggs. So this is just a regular box of Kleenex, and I put a bunch of little eggs in here, and I've hidden all kinds. I hide all kinds of things in here. So sometimes I have little figurines. Sometimes I'll put erasers. I actually have a set of erasers that represent real objects, which is really nice. Actually, I have them right here. You can get these on Amazon. And they're really nice because they represent real objects. And for these eggs, I put a bunch of eggs in here, so it's nice because the child gets to go in there and pick one out. And when they pop it, I actually just put a little circle in there that has an object that I want to target, a word that I want to target. So this would be sun. And again, you bring it to your mouth, sun, and you can do language with it. It's like, oh, it's yellow, the sun, it's in the sky, and you can target other things with that as well. So this is my quick little therapy hack. It's very cheap and easy. You can get, especially around Easter time, you can get these pretty cheap, or after Easter sales. And you can get them also at the Goodwill store. I get a lot of great toys from the Goodwill store. Of course, you just clean them, and then when your child gets bored of them, you can always donate them back. So definitely keep that in mind.